победителям ярких и зрелищных поединков. И встречайте вашими аплодисментами заслуженный любительский ансамбль народного танца «Чабарок». Заслуженный любительский ансамбль народного танца «Чабарок». Спасибо ребятам, ну а дальше увеличиваем жару. Брейк-данс команда «Фаталити Крю». Пошумите ручками, ребят, тоже красавцы, молодцы, и под эти ваши аплодисменты мы начинаем торжественную церемонию открытия 24-го международного турнира категории А по самбо на призы президента Республики Беларусь. В соревнованиях принимают участие представители из 24 стран. Встречаем флаги стран-участниц соревнований. Азербайджан, Ангола, Армения, Болгария, Германия, Греция, Грузия, Израиль, Испания, судьи 24-го международного турнира категории А по самбо на призыв президента Республики Беларусь. Для участия в торжественной церемонии 24-го международного турнира категории А по самбо на призыв президента Республики Беларусь приглашаются первый заместитель министра спорта и туризма Турнов Вячеслав Викторович, член исполкома ФИАС, заслуженный мастер спорта Советского Союза Япринцев Владимир Геннадьевич, генеральный секретарь ФИАС Роберто Феррарис, и председатель общественного объединения Белорусская Федерация самбо Кобрусев Александр Аркадьевич. Слово предоставляется Вячеславу Викторовичу. Прошу вас.
Уважаемые спортсмены, уважаемая судейская бригада, уважаемые зрители, мне выпала честь от имени Министерства спорта поприветствовать вас всех в гостеприимном Минске и зачитать приветственный адрес главы нашего государства Александра Григорьевича Лукашенко. Дорогие друзья, рад приветствовать участников и гостей международного турнира по самбо на призыв президента Республики Беларусь. В очередной раз белорусская столица принимает сильнейших самбистов планеты. А это свидетельство того, что Минский турнир стал заметным явлением в спортивном календаре, имеет высокий статус и авторитет в мире. Самбо закаляет волю и характер, учит терпению, выносливости, самообладанию. Все эти качества необходимы не только на борцовском ковре, но и в жизни, когда нужно уметь постоять за себя, защищать родных и близких. В Беларуси любят этот мужественный вид спорта, а наши мастера самообороны без оружия достойно представляют Республику Беларусь на самых престижных соревнованиях. Уверен, в Минске каждый атлет сможет проявить свои лучшие качества, а сами состязания запомнятся яркими, зрелищными поединками, подарят зрителям неповторимые эмоции. Желаем всем участникам и гостям крепкого здоровья, счастья и благополучия. Александр Лукашенко. Красивых состязаний, красивой честной борьбы.
Спасибо, Владислав Викторович. И слово для открытия нашего турнира мы хотим предоставить Александру Кобрусеву.
Уважаемые гости, спортсмены, я рад вас приветствовать в очередной раз в Минске на чемпионате категории А по самбо. Уверен, что сегодня все приехавшие сюда спортсмены покажут высокие результаты и порадуют наших зрителей красивой и честной борьбой. Удачи всем, побед сильнейших. Спасибо.
24-й международный турнир категории А по самбо на призы президента Республики Беларусь объявляется открытым. Звучит государственный гимн Республики Беларусь. Соревнования объявляются открытыми. Мы просим почетных гостей и организаторов занимать места на трибуне. Но вы знаете, есть еще один момент. Именно поэтому мы, наверное, и любим такие турниры, потому что они нас сплочают. Это такой семейный момент, которого изначально не было в сценарии, но тем он и ценен. И для этого я хочу еще пригласить сюда президента Дальневосточной ассоциации спортсменов. Мы родом из самбо, заслуженного мастера спорта Советского Союза Аксенова Александра Валентиновича. И прямо сейчас, или вы сразу уже готовы, но я хотел бы вызвать этих людей, чтобы они появились здесь, чтобы им все поаплодировали, потому что эти люди действительно легенда мира самбо. Заслуженный мастер спорта Советского Союза Баранов Михаил Михайлович. Заслуженный мастер спорта Советского Союза Новик Антон Юлианович. Заслуженный мастер спорта Советского Союза Рамазанов Магомед Курбанович. И мастер спорта международного класса Синожатский Юрий Александрович. Ну и Владимир Геннадьевич, теперь микрофон ваш.
Добрый вечер, дорогие друзья. Рад всех видеть, гостей наших, любителей любимого нашего дорогого вида спорта самбо. Напомню вам, особенно молодежи, за всю историю советского спорта, советского самбо, звание заслуженный мастер спорта СССР было присвоено 49 человекам. И вот трое из них находятся перед нами. Давайте поаплодируем еще раз. Как они говорят, еще живые и неплохо выглядят. Мы от ассоциации спортсменов, мы родом из самбо, с Александром Аксеновым от имени всех самбистов хотим поздравить их, пожелать им крепкого здоровья, счастья, благополучия и подарить им небольшие призы. Синожатский немножко чуть позже. Совсем недавно у нашего друга, мастера спорта международного класса Юрия Александровича Синожатского исполнилось 50 лет. Вот поверьте мне, наверняка есть очень много спортсменов, которые, наверное, добились большего в спортивном плане. Но я хочу заметить, что уже 20-й год он проводит детский турнир в своем родном месте, в Любани, где собирается очень много ребят, детишек. Он проводит и по самбо, и дзюдо. Из этих уже рядов уже в нашей национальной команде ребята принимают участие, стали уже чемпионами Европы и мира. Наверное, вот поэтому, дай Бог, таким людям, которые оставляют кусочек сердца, не только получают от самбо и вообще от спорта, но и отдают свою жизнь. Вот поэтому, наверное, в первую очередь мы его благодарим и поздравляем.
Ну и вот так вот необычно, но ярко, с подарков начинается наш турнир. И вот теперь еще раз под аплодисменты мы просим наших гостей занимать места на трибунах, а судейскую бригаду. Или... Да, так как ситуация неожиданная, конечно. Вам слово, конечно.
Добрый вечер, дорогие участники и любители борьбы самбо. Огромное спасибо Федерации, вернее, нашей организации «Мы родом из самбо» за то, что не забывают заслуженных мастеров спорта. Их не так много осталось, Советского Союза, а свое прошлое мы должны помнить. Давайте, чтобы на нашем турнире побеждали сильнейшие, борьба была интересной. И как говорят в самбо, значит, побеждает сильнейший в честной борьбе. Всего вам доброго.
Спасибо огромное, Михаил Михайлович. И вот теперь, да, вот теперь все официально открыты. Судьи просим занимать места на трибунах. Будем готовиться к соревнованиям. А для выступления мы приглашаем солисток оркестра ГУВД Мингорисполкома. Встречайте, Ольга Змурщик и Анна Благова.
Добрый день! Друзья, как настроение? Давайте вместе с нами. Весело, задорно, поднимаем, друзья, ну давайте с нами! Позабудь об этом дне, вспомни уже никому. Не читай нотации, мама, это ничего.
Прям танцевали, очень было круто, ну и мы поздравляем всех с началом финальной части соревнований, желаем участникам побед, а зрителям приятных впечатлений. Мы начинаем.
Камеры, чтобы мы не перекрывали. Не будем перекрывать.
Внимание представителей команд. Жеребьевка участников весовых категорий второго дня соревнований состоится по окончании финальных поединков у стола главного секретаря турнира в зале соревнований. Attention to the team's representatives. On finishing the final contests will be held the drawing for the second day of the competition. The place of drawing is the table of chief secretary in the hall of the competitions.
Well, hello and welcome to Sambo from Minsk. We are getting ready for the first part of our competition. We are going to have 14 fights today, and all of them are extremely interesting. There are going to be 2 days of competition, today and tomorrow, and in the end of these 2 days we'll know exactly who the gold medalists are. So we start our competition, of course, with the ladies. We'll start with the women under 56 kilograms. Excuse me, with women under 48 kilograms. And then we will progress with men's competition, again women's competition, men's competition, and so on. So let's get ready for our competition tonight, because it's going to be a very interesting one. There are a lot of interesting fighters, new upcoming fighters, and also very well-known fighters are lining up today for the first day of competition. We already know who the finalists are, and we are ready for action.
Для проведения финальных поединков готовятся женщины весовой категории до 48 килограммов. Даниэла Чист, Румыния, и Басанху Баудорш, Монголия.
Well, let's start with our first fight of the evening, which was officially announced. It's a fight between a Romanian and a Mongolian. From Romania, Daniela Kish, and her
Дамы
opponent
и господа, добро пожаловать на финальные поединки международного турнира по самбо на призы президента Республики Беларусь. Поединок за золотую медаль турнира. Женщины весовая категория до 48 килограммов. Gold medal contest for women in 48 kilos weight category. Please welcome the athletes. In red from Romania. Приветствую спортсменок. В красном спортсменка из Румынии Даниэла Чист. In blue, representing Mongolia, Басанху Баудорш. В синем спортсменка из Монголии Басанху Баудорш.
Let's begin our competition. In red, the Romanian. In blue, the Mongolian. Very quickly, the Romanian trying to establish the grip. She attacks the right side of her opponent's body, and the Mongolian is looking for the arm block, and she has it. Well, that was a quick one, very, very quick with the win, the Mongolian fighter. It was a very beautiful
Одержала победу и завоевала золотую медаль турнира. The winner and the champion is from Mongolia, Басанху Баудорш.
Technique, but we'll see this for sure at the slow-mo.
Поединок за золотую медаль турнира.
Her opponent's
Мужчины
right
весовой
arm,
категории
and
до 52
Mongolia decided,
килограммов.
well, if you want my
Gold
arm, then
medal
maybe I will take
contest
yours.
for
And it
men
worked for her.
in 52 kilos weight category.
Luck from the get-go. It was a very decisive.
Please welcome the
very well
athletes.
How was
In
it
red,
possible to
from Russia.
Let's look again.
Приветствуем спортсменов. В красном спортсмен из России Камран Мамедов.
Very nice movement on the
In
ground.
blue, representing
Well, here we are
Kazakhstan.
with our first
Синим
fight of the evening,
спортсмен из
victory for
Казахстана
Mongolia.
Аманжан
And now
Абу.
prepare for the second fight, which is going to be between Mamedov from Russia and Abu from Kazakhstan. The Russian wearing the red uniform, his opponent in blue. Yeah, let's see how they decide to start this fight. The Russian is attacking very quickly, looking for a single leg. It was a single leg setup, and then his opponent knew exactly what to do and stepped a little bit backwards in order to defend his opponent's attack. But it wasn't a very decisive attack for the Russian. I don't know exactly what he wanted to do. Maybe he only wanted to check his opponent's readiness. And again, he's looking for the unblock, but it doesn't happen like in the first final of the day. Fighter from Kazakhstan is able to defend very well, to control the position. He has a very interesting defensive game. He knows how to be tall, how to be dangerous in each position. Let's watch it again. The Russian looking for the unblock and then trying to switch into a leg lock, but he didn't succeed to turn his body. He only succeeded to get under his opponent. And here we restart. Nice attack for Kazakhstan. Has the position, looking for the throw. The Russian is defending very well though. Still both of them trying to impose their style and their grips. It didn't work. Still 1 point for the fighter from Kazakhstan. It's a very calm fight. I was waiting for something a little bit more aggressive. They decided to be very careful in all their setups and all their attacks. It's a very tense fight, but it's not a hasty fight. They are very calm. And they are doing exactly what they have to do into a final. They are not rushing in like the Romanian in the first final. I didn't quite understand what she wanted to do, but I think she didn't understand either. And again, nice grip for the Russian, who is looking for the unlock. Looking for the grips, both of them. Nice attempt, but he wasn't waiting enough in order to get the position. He had the grip, and then he tried to throw his opponent very quickly. Nothing happening. We restart the fight. Nice attempt for the Russian. Another Kazakh is attacking a single leg, a good setup, but he wasn't able to follow with his attack. Good defense for the Russian, who tries to take his opponent's back. But he didn't have enough time, and let's be honest, he didn't have too much chance from that position. Again, the Russian looking for a low-high grip. Now he turns on the ground. Now nothing will happen in that position. And the Russian tried to attack a throw, and then he changed his mind and he started to attack his opponent's leg. It didn't work because, as we saw before, his opponent has a very, very good defense. He knows how to protect his legs, and we can see it again. The Russian looking for the throw. It didn't work, and now he lost the position. Let's see what his opponent can do. It's a very good position for almost anything. Let's see what he wants to do. He's looking for the arm lock. He has the position. Does he have the arm? I don't know very well because it's difficult to see from that position. The referee says he has the arm, but the Russian escaped. And we restart now. Nice attack for the Kazakh this time. The same setup as his opponent. He's attacking a little bit high, and then he goes for the single leg, but he doesn't follow through. Anyway, only 30 seconds to go from this fight, and he doesn't have to do anything spectacular. He just have to hang in there to survive and to keep this very, very small advantage. He has the leg. 11 seconds to go, but nothing changes. Three, two, one. Yes, they will have another go, but nothing will happen in that last second. The Russian tries to rush in. It didn't work, and now we have a second gold medalist from Kazakhstan this time, Mongolian and the Kazakh.
Одержал победу и завоевал золотую медаль турнира. The winner and the champion is from Kazakhstan. Amazan Abu.
Kazakhstan is the gold medalist, and we still have one more fight to go from this first block of competition. This is going to be men under 68 kilograms combat sambo. Two fighters from Ukraine, Andrei Kucherenko and his opponent Maxim Dudyak. Let's watch it again.
Сейчас состоится награждение призеров и победителей в весовых категориях до 48, до 52 и до 57 килограммов.
We still have one fight to go from this first block of competition. Well, we started well with an arm lock and then a victory on points. Two very interesting fights, and we saw one of the greatest Belarusian fighters, Sergei Rybak, who was saw him a little bit earlier, and now we see some familiar faces of fighters. And, I don't know what's happening with men combat. Third fight of the evening. I think the fighters are not ready yet. Excuse me, it's a fight in men under 57 kilograms. We will have the fight between the two Ukrainians, but a little bit later. I wasn't before when I presented the next fight. It's supposed to be a fight between Tusupov and Kulagaev, both of them from Kazakhstan. But the fighters don't seem to be ready. Now we go directly to the award ceremony. Maybe because the two fighters in the last fight of the first block of competition are from the same country, they are teammates, maybe they can want to fight. One of them forfeited, but we'll see this very quickly. So I'm preparing for the award ceremony. We start, of course, with the young ladies, women under 48 kilograms. Then we go to men under 52 and then combat under 57. Stay with us to enjoy.
А мы переходим к самой волнующей части, а именно награждение финалистов турнира. И мы награждаем финалистов весовой категории женщины до 48 килограмм. Встречаем спортсменов. Награждение проводят первый заместитель министра спорта и туризма Вячеслав Викторович Дурнов, а также председатель общественного объединения Белорусская федерация самбо Александр Аркадьевич Кобрасев. Третьи места заняли Сатирия Паец, Казахстан, Катерина Мацулевич, Беларусь. Второе место Даниила Чис. И первое место Басанку Баудури, Монголия. Все спортсмены получают медали, дипломы и памятные кубки. Ну и, конечно же, совместное фото. И в честь победителя звучит государственный гимн Монголии. Спасибо огромное спортсменам и нашим уважаемым гостям. А мы переходим к следующему награждению финалистов турнира. Награждаются финалисты весовой категории мужчины до 52 килограмм. Встречаем спортсменов. Награждение проводят первый заместитель министра спорта и туризма Вячеслав Викторович Турнов и председатель Федерации самбо Монголии господин Герел. Третьи места заняли Ярослав Баков, Казахстан, Николай Павлов, Россия. Второе место Амран Мамедов, Россия. И первое место Амазон Абу, Казахстан. В честь победителя звучит государственный гимн Казахстана. приглашаем спортсменов на совместную фотосессию.
So we can watch again the winners, and we prepare for our third award ceremony. This time combat sambo, we didn't see the final, and for sure now in this award ceremony we will find out why. And going here we have a lot of other fights to witness tonight. We have 3 more blocks of competition, two of them with 3 fights, and the last one with 4.
А мы переходим к награждению в номинации «Боевое самбо». Мужчины до 57 килограмм. Встречаем спортсменов. Награждение проводят первый заместитель министра спорта и туризма Вячеслав Викторович Дурнов и председатель общественного объединения Белорусская федерация самбо Александр Аркадьевич Кобрасев. Третьи места заняли Сираджидин Анаркулов, Узбекистан. Игнур Ахмедалиев, Россия. Второе место Сержихан Дусупов, Казахстан. И золото Еркебулан Куангалиев, Казахстан.
Kuangaliev is the gold medalist. Kazakhstan, and that will return with our second block of competition. Have a lot of
спортсмены получают медали, памятные грамоты, цветы, а победитель — кубок президента Республики Беларусь.
After this award ceremony, we will have the fights in following weight classes: women under 64, men under 74, and men combat under 82. Welcome, and there is a lot of action here tonight on this Belarus.
В честь нашего чемпиона звучит государственный гимн Казахстана. Спасибо огромное нашим гостям, ну а спортсменов мы приглашаем на совместное фотографирование.
мы продолжаем финальные поединки. Поединок за золотую медаль турнира. Женщины, весовая категория до 56 килограммов. Gold medal contest for women in 56 kilos. Please welcome the athletes. In red from Kyrgyzstan. Приветствуем спортсменов. В красном спортсменка из Кыргызстана Самара Абдумалик Кызы. In blue, representing Ukraine. В синем спортсменка из Украины Кристина
Well, and we
Бондар.
return with our first final of the second block of competition. We start with the women. And of course our first fight is in 54 kilograms from Kyrgyzstan in red uniform, Samara Abdulmalinkezi, and her opponent from Ukraine, Kristina Bondar, in red uniform, the fighter from Kyrgyzstan, and her opponent, the Ukrainian, in blue. Nothing happened so far, both of them looking for their favorite techniques, trying to secure the grips. Both of them, nice attack for the fighter from Kyrgyzstan. He is very aggressive, but she has to control a little bit the pace of the fight. Good grip for the Ukrainian, who tries to throw her opponent, and this was a beautiful technique. She changed everything, and she succeeded to score a very nice takedown, and now she's looking for the pin. It's going to be a little bit difficult for the fighter from Kyrgyzstan. Still the Ukrainian controlling the ground. 15 seconds. 17, and this is it. Only 2 points for the Ukrainian for the pin, but she already scored 4 more for that beautiful takedown. It was it started like a throw, and then she changed it very quickly into a single leg. Yeah, and both of them getting the grips. Good attack for the Ukrainian. Her opponent needs to do something, and she needs to do something very spectacular. She needs a very good throw, then she needs a pin, or maybe a submission technique. These are her options for now. Her opponent succeeded a very good throw, and then succeeded to pin her on the ground. Good control. Nice inside attack for the fighter from Kyrgyzstan, and now she throws. Let's see, maybe 1 point, maybe. I'm not very sure. It wasn't the best angle for me to see how the Ukrainian fell on the ground, but it's 1 point. The main thing for the Ukrainian is not to get lazy. She needs to fight. She still needs to score some points. Well, 2 minutes to go. That was a beautiful technique. Let's wait for the score, the official score, because
Одержала победу и завоевала золотую медаль турнира. The winner and the champion is from Ukraine, Kristina Bondar.
Kristina Bondar is the winner. It was a very, very beautiful throw for her in the end of the fight.
Поединок за золотую медаль турнира. Мужчины, весовая категория до 62 килограммов. Gold medal contest for men in 62 kilos.
And now we prepare for
Please
our
welcome
next
the
final,
athletes.
this time in
Imran
men's competition.
from Belarus. Приветствуем спортсменов. В красном спортсмен из Белоруссии Павел Гладких.
Pavel Gladkih from Belarus, the local favorite
Representing Kazakhstan.
in red
Синим
uniform, while his
спортсмен
opponent
из
from
Казахстана
Kazakhstan,
Парасат Жумабай.
Jumabay Parasat. We still watch the beautiful technique for the Ukrainian, the arm lock. In the end. Right, so in red uniform, the Belarusian, and his opponent from Kazakhstan in blue. Here we go. Very quickly, both of them looking for their grips. Good grips for both of them. The fighter from Kazakhstan has an inside lapel grip, while his opponent is controlling the outside. Let's see. The Russian still controlling the posture. He's not attacking, but he's defending very well and now tries to overpower his opponent. Shoelaces. And here we go again. Again, the Belarusian very careful. He's not. He's very, very careful with his positions. He doesn't want to risk anything. Now he wants to throw. He went a little bit too slow and a little bit too low. No point scored whatsoever, but that was a very good position for an arm lock or maybe a leg attack. Let's see. Difficult to see from that position, but for sure, fighter from Belarus has an arm. Nothing happens. Nothing happens. It was a very interesting scramble there. Both of them looking for submission techniques. Now we start. Belarusian on the ground, trying to stay low, trying to control his position. His opponent attacks, tries to attack the back. There is another attempted attack. Nothing happens. And now let's see, this is a nice setup for an arm lock. But he has to roll from that position. He has to roll his opponent over and then to attack the arm. I don't know how deep is his grip. For sure, his right leg is deep, and he applies the pressure with his left leg on his opponent's head. He lost the position. The positioning was good, the grip was not that good. 10 minutes to go into the fight. The Russian is looking for a throw. Nice defense for his opponent, and a very beautiful counter. Unfortunately, no one succeeds to score. It's a very impressive team from Kazakhstan that we see tonight. They have fighters in almost every final. And they are dangerous also. Again, the same technique. He was looking for a setup. A bit more than 1.5 minutes. And now again the same setup. He has the arm right now. He has the arm. He has one leg into position. He only needed to move his left leg over his opponent's head in order to be able to secure a possible arm lock. Reversal, looking for the arm lock. Yes, but we were outside of the fighting area. Seconds of the fight. So far, the fight against Kazakhstan was a little bit better. He didn't succeed to score any points, but he was the aggressor. He had more attempts. Didn't work, and down on the ground with the contact looking for a knee bar, I think. Yes, it's supposed to be a knee bar. Not that deep though. It's not that deep. He's very high on his opponent's legs, and somehow the Russian succeeded to defend that attack with his other leg, with the full leg. 3 seconds left. Fight. Right, and that's it.
Одержал победу и завоевал золотую медаль турнира. The champion and gold medalist is from Kazakhstan. Parastak Shumabay.
Kazakhstan. Shumabay was more aggressive. He had the initiative all the time. He tried to attack his opponent's legs, his arms. He wasn't probably he's not a great thrower, and this is why he loves those scrambles, looking for the arm locks, the knee bars. It was a very technical fight, and as expected at this level with this type of competition.
Поединок за золотую медаль турнира. Боевое самбо весовой категории до 68
As I promised you before, we
gold medal contest for combat men in 68 kilos. Please welcome the athletes in red from Ukraine.
Blue uniform.
Красном
This is
представитель
the last
Украины
fight of our
Андрей
second round
Кучеренко.
competition. Then we still
In blue,
have 8
representing
more
Ukraine,
fights. So a lot of
синим
action tonight.
спортсмен из Украины
From Minsk.
Максим Дудяк.
So in red, Kucherenko, and his opponent Dudyak in blue. Very calm, both of them. They know each other very well for sure. They are from the same country. They might not be the best of friends, but for sure they know each other very well from the Ukrainian championships. Yes, the referee wants some more action. Kucherenko is looking for a high kick, then a punch. He slips a little bit. His opponent gets his side. It's a good position for a throw for Dudyak. Kucherenko succeeds to stay calm and to protect himself. And here we go again. Headbutts. And Kucherenko is swinging for the head. He's looking for a devastating left hook. It didn't work, but he tries to attack a little bit more aggressively than his opponent. But still not enough action. Kucherenko with a front kick, and now some jabs. Looking for the positions, both of them. Kucherenko staying on the outside, trying to catch his opponent when he moves. Good position, good punches, nice knees. Let's see, Dudyak tried something very spectacular. It didn't work, but it surprised a little bit his opponent and his teammate also. They are on the ground now, but the fight was stopped. Nothing was happening on the ground. Even though that throw that Dudyak tried was very interesting. It was very sudden and very unexpected. And maybe this is why it almost caught his opponent. Well, let's see. I think it's a little bit more than a lip bleeding. I think that I'm looking for a fracture or something similar, but it doesn't seem to be the case. Moving around is Kucherenko, staying on the outside, looking for his long punches and long kicks. Nice 1-2, and again the jab. He hits his opponent and then moves away. But there are still 2 more minutes to go, and nobody scored. sweep. It didn't work. Let's see, it's a half-point deduction against Kucherenko, and his opponent gets the point. Let's see the throw. Nice, very nice technique. I think it was the best action so far. Beautiful suplex. Actually, it wasn't a suplex, it was a single leg turn into a back throw. Now calmly, Kucherenko controls the position again, moves around, punches, kicks, knows he has 3 points in front of his opponent and 1 minute to go, and he knows he has to control the time, he has to control the pace of the fight. It's almost impossible for him to lose this one. Another point for Budiak. He's looking now to catch his opponent with the right hook. He still has 30 seconds to go. He needs to do something very impressive. Let's see the inside kicks for Kucherenko. His opponent is calm, is very precise in his technique, but I don't think he's doing enough to win this fight. 15 seconds to go. He needs something big, something really impressive. He has the grip. Maybe now he's looking for a throw. The last seconds of the fight, and this is it. Victory for Kucherenko. Now we know who the best combat sambo.
Одержал победу и завоевал золотую медаль турнира спортсмен из Украины Андрей Кучеренко.
Kucherenko is
The winner and the champion is from Ukraine, Андрей Кучеренко.
We return with the second part of our competition.
Уважаемые представители команд и участники, по окончании церемонии награждения текущего финального блока состоится перенаграждение весовых категорий до 52 килограмм мужчины и до 57 килограммов в разделе «Боевое самбо». Attention to the team's representatives. After awarding ceremony of the second block, the re-awarding will be held in 52 kilograms weight category for men and in 57 kilograms for combat men.
А мы переходим к волнующей части награждения финалистов турнира. Награждение финалисты в весовой категории женщины до 56 килограмм. Встречаем спортсменов на подиуме. Награждение проводит член исполкома ФИАС, заслуженный мастер спорта Советского Союза, руководитель Ассоциации спортсменов народом из самбо Япринцев Владимир Геннадьевич и председатель Федерации самбо Монголии господин Герал. Третье место завоевали Анастасия Матюшенко, Беларусь. Алена Купова, Беларусь. Второе место Самара Абдумали Кузу, Кыргызстан. И первое место золото Кристина Бондарь, Украина. Спортсмены награждаются медалью медалями, дипломами и памятными призами, а чемпион получает Кубок президента Республики Беларусь. Друзья, просим вашего внимания, звучит государственный гимн Украины. Спасибо почетным гостям. Спортсменов приглашаем на традиционную фотосессию. А мы переходим к следующему награждению в категории мужчины до 62 килограмм. Приглашаем спортсменов на подиум. Награждение проводят члены исполкома ФИАС, заслуженный мастер спорта Советского Союза, руководитель Ассоциации спортсменов «Мы родом из САМБО» Яприцев Владимир Геннадьевич и председатель Федерации самбо Монголии господин Геран. Третье место завоевали Рамазан Мамаев, Казахстан, и Иван Анискевич, Беларусь. Второе место Павел Гладких, Беларусь. И первое место Парасат Жумабай, Казахстан. Спортсмены награждаются медалями, дипломами, а чемпион получает Кубок президента Республики Беларусь. честь чемпиона звучит государственный гимн Казахстана. Спасибо почетным гостям, а спортсменов приглашаем на совместную фотосессию. Спасибо спортсменам, а мы приглашаем на подиум мужчин в категории боевое самбо до 68 килограмм. Встречаем спортсменов. Награждение проводит член исполкома ФИАС, заслуженный мастер спорта Советского Союза, руководитель Ассоциации спортсменов. Мы родом из самбо, я принцесс Владимир Геннадьевич, а также председатель Федерации самбо Монголии господин Кирилл. А также президент торгово-промышленной палаты Монголии Энтушин. Итак, в категории боевое самбо до 68 килограмм третьи места завоевали Сергей Копылов, Беларусь, Сафар Алавергенов, Узбекистан. Второе место Максим Дудяк, Украина. И золотым медалистом становится Андрей Кучеренко, Украина. Спортсмены награждаются памятными медалями, грамотами, а также чемпион получает кубок президента Республики Беларусь. И в честь нашего чемпиона звучит государственный гимн Украины. Спасибо уважаемым гостям, а спортсменов мы приглашаем на совместную фотосессию. Мы приглашаем на церемонию повторного награждения мужчин весом до 52 килограмм. Встречаем спортсменов. Третье место Николай Павлов, Россия. Ярасул Дакут, Казахстан. Второе место Камран Мамедов, Россия. И чемпионом стал Амазан Абу, Казахстан. В честь чемпиона звучит государственный гимн Казахстана. Спасибо спортсменов, а мы переходим к церемонии повторного награждения боевое самбо. Мужчины до 57 килограмм. Приглашаем спортсменов на подиум. Третье место завоевали Ильнур Акметалаев, Россия, и Рашидин Анаркулов, Узбекистан. Второе место Сиракиджан Тусупов, Казахстан. И чемпионом становится Еркебулан Куангалиев, Казахстан. В честь чемпиона звучит государственный гимн Казахстана. Спасибо огромное спортсменам. Ну и переходим непосредственно к соревнованиям.
Well, and right now we can return to our fight. World ceremonies that had a specific problem with Kazakhstan.
Gold medal contest for women in 64 kilos. Please welcome the athletes in red from Ukraine. Приветствуем спортсменов в красном, спортсменка из Украины Анастасия Шевченко. In blue, representing
64
Belarus,
kilograms.
в синем спортсменка из
From
Беларуси
Ukraine, in
Яна
red, Anastasia
Виганская.
Shevchenko. And her opponent in blue, from Kazakhstan, Yana Byahanskaya. Ukrainian in red, her opponent from Belarus in blue. No gold medals so far for the Belarusians. Of course, they are waiting for these medals. This is one of the best tournaments in the world, and Belarus has one of the best industries in the world. So it's almost natural to have a few gold medals, but so far it didn't work for the Belarusians. Now the Ukrainian is attacking the line block. Let's see. She turns her over. She has the position. Now she breaks the grip. Is it? Yes, it is. It is. It's a very, very quick victory for Ukraine. Another gold medal for
Одержала
Ukraine.
победу и завоевала золотую медаль турнира
This was a very, very good fight.
представительница Украины Анастасия
Anastasia Shevchenko
Шевченко.
is the new gold
The
medal.
winning gold medalist of the
Prepare now
tournament
for
is
our
from
next
Ukraine,
fight. It was a very, very quick
Anastasia
one.
Shevchenko.
And we prepare for men under 74 kilograms. This time the gold medal for sure will go to Belarus, because both of the fighters in the final are from the organizing country. So let's watch it again. Beautiful arm lock from Anastasia Shevchenko. And now we prepare for our next final. Smolin against Koshka in red uniform. Dmitry Smolin from Belarus, and in blue uniform Alexander Koshka, also from Belarus. Let's see who is the better. Well, this is the fighter in blue, getting ready, and the referee is ready. So here we go. Koshka in blue, Smolin in red uniform. And we start very quickly with the grips. Nice high grips for Smolin. He attacks the lapel from the get-go. Let's see, good position, but it didn't work. He succeeded to unbalance his opponent a little bit, but he didn't have enough energy to throw him. Koksha defended very well. And now on the ground, 1 point scored for Koksha. That was a quick one, and now he tries to pin his opponent. Smolin doesn't want that, so he succeeds to escape. And here we go again. Even though they are teammates, this is a real fight, and this was a beautiful one. Too bad it went outside of our frame. But we know now that Smolin scored 4 points. It was a very beautiful one, but it was a very quick technique, and outside of the mat a little bit. It was difficult for our camera guy to keep in frame this attack. 4-1 now for Smolin. Again, Koksha looking for his grips. High lapel grip. Smolin controls the posture though. We restart very quickly. Koksha moves his arm a little bit in in an in a more aggressive position, but let's see, it worked. It worked. He was looking for this type of technique. Let's see how many points. It was a beautiful technique though, but maybe it was outside of the mat, or maybe the referees had stopped the fight before before the throw, because there are no points scored. Koksha was looking for an over-under. One arm over his opponent's arm and the other one under his opponent's arm. He tried to control the whole torso of his opponent. Nice attack, looking for the leg is Smolin again. From that single leg position, it's you have a lot of possibilities, and it's quite interesting to follow with any technique you like. A lot of fighters decide to attack the single leg because it offers a lot of opportunities. It didn't work for Smolin this time, but he's still leading by 4 points to 1. Koksha trying to throw, no points scored. Well, another nice attempt for Koksha. And Smolin does almost the same thing. I don't think that Smolin thought for any minute that he's going to score a point with that throw, but he knew he has to win some more time, even though it could be very tiresome to try this type of a technique. You have to overthrow your opponent, but they were on the move anyway. Let's see, maybe there is 1 point scored. We have the instant replay right now. The whole commission looking for a possible point. This was the moment. Very unlikely. He fell on his heel, and then he rolled on his side. Maybe a point, but it's almost impossible. Anyway, I'm not the judge. I'm not the referee, so they know better than I do. Let's wait for the decision. I never question their decisions. It was a nice and a spectacular technique, but it wasn't. I don't think it was clear enough to win a point. And anyway, Smolin did a very good job in defending that technique. Let's see. We have the official decision. Yes, no point scored. No, 1 point scored. Well, they thought it was good enough for Koksha to win this, to score this point, and they saw it better than all of us. Now Koksha on the ground, trying to pin his opponent, and probably another point scored for Koksha. No points. Still 4-2 for Smolin. Another throw attempt, and this one was a good one with 2 points, and now the pin. Let's see, can he hold his opponent on the ground right now? 7, 8, 9 points. He is already leading right now because he scored that 2-pointer before. We see now the score moving a little bit. Yes, it's an 8. It's an 8-4, and he has the opportunity of an arm lock. Is it? Yes, it was. There were 4 points for the pin and 4 points. No, another 2 points for the throw, and he already had 2 points. Yes, this is the right score. So anything can happen in in this type of a competition. And this was a very beautiful 4-pointer for Koksha. I love the way this young man fought. He lost a few points in the beginning of the fight, and then he decided, no more, I want this gold, and he got the gold. And he got the gold with a lot of beautiful techniques. Determined, powerful, and full of energy, Koksha. Alexander Koksha gets the gold in a very beautiful manner. In my opinion, this was the best fight so far. And Koksha won with a beautiful technique, and also with beautiful determination. We still have one more fight to go from this block of competition, combat sambo.
Gold medal contest for combatant in 82 kilos. Please welcome the athletes. In red from Ukraine. В красном спортсмен из Украины Иван Величенко.
This fight is between an Ukrainian and the Belarusian. Evgeny Alexievich from Belarus in blue uniform against Ivan Golyachenko from Ukraine in red uniform. Here we go, another gold opportunity for Belarus, and of course another gold opportunity for Ukraine also. Ukraine had a very good team so far. The Belarusian on the ground looking for the arm lock. Good defense for the Ukrainian. He has, yes, he tried to switch to a leg lock, but it didn't work. He lost the arm in the first part of the scramble, and then he rolled for a knee bar. That knee bar didn't work. He lost the position. He lost the grip. The Ukrainian swinging for the fences a little bit, and they both succeed to leave the fight area. A lot of grit, a lot of determination for both of them. Whoa, that was a huge punch for the Belarusian, and a very beautiful throw. Well, and here we go with the pin. It was a nice technique. And he's still holding his opponent on the ground. 8 seconds, 9 seconds, just a few more. But the Ukrainian knows he has to do something in order to defend himself. He tries to reposition. And this is it. Only 5 points. Very nice defense for the Ukrainian. Very nice. And we restart from the standing position. Yes, interesting attempt, but he needs a little bit more than that in order to win this fight. Look at the Belarusian though. Very strong, very determined. He is ground and pounding his opponent after that beautiful throw. Let's see. Let's see how many points. At least 1 for the throw. Yes. This is the point. Whoa, a little bit more than 3 minutes to go. It was a very very busy fight so far. A lot of techniques and a lot of attacks, and this is it. 8 points for the Belarusian, and another gold medal goes to Belarus. Well, he doesn't have to do that. He lost, and he lost in a very very categorical fashion. Well, another gold medal goes to Belarus, or let's say stays in Belarus. Great victory, great technique, beautiful, a beautiful strategy for this young man. They had 2 opportunities in this third block competition, and they succeeded to. No, they had 3 opportunities, and they succeeded to get 2 gold medals. It's going to be a very interesting block of competition with a lot of heavy hitters. But let's enjoy a little bit this final. Let's prepare for the award ceremony, and then we will have our last block of competition.
Спортсмены награждаются медалями, грамотами и памятными подарками. А победитель получает кубок президента Республики Беларусь. В честь чемпиона звучит государственный гимн Украины. Приглашаем спортсменов на совместную фотографию. чемпиону. Ну а мы переходим к следующей категории. Мужчины до 74 килограммов. Встречаем спортсменов на подиуме. Награждение проводят председатель Национальной Федерации самбо Украины, член исполкома ФЕС Вадим Игоревич Рогач, а также заслуженный мастер спорта Советского Союза, заслуженный тренер Советского Союза Михаил Михайлович Баранов. Третье место завоевали Миндия Лилошвили, Грузия. Эмиль Насанов, Азербайджан. Второе место Дмитрий Смолин, Беларусь. И абсолютным чемпионом категории становится Александр Кокша, Беларусь. Спортсмены награждаются медалями, памятными грамотами и подарками. А чемпион получает кубок президента Республики Беларусь. Приглашаем спортсменов на совместное фотографирование. И в честь чемпиона звучит государственный гимн Республики Беларусь. Спасибо спортсменам. И мы переходим к следующей категории. Встречаем на подиуме категорию боевое самбо мужчины до 82 килограмм. Награждение проводит председатель Национальной Федерации самбо Украины, член исполкома ФЕС Вадим Игоревич Рогач и заслуженный мастер спорта Советского Союза, заслуженный тренер Советского Союза Михаил Михайлович Баранов. Третье место Боевое самбо мужчины до 82 килограмм завоевали Давид Петросян, Армения. Артур Ворогов, Украина. Второе место. Иван Галиченко, Украина. И золото. Евгений Алексеевич, Беларусь. Спортсмены награждаются золотыми медалями, памятными дипломами, подарками, а чемпион получает кубок президента Республики Беларусь. В честь чемпиона звучит государственный гимн Республики Беларусь. Спасибо почетным гостям, а спортсменов приглашаем на совместную фотосессию. Огромное спасибо спортсменам, ну а мы переходим дальше к соревнованиям.
Well, and here we return with our last 5 fights of the evening. We start with women under 72 kilograms. Fight between Ukraine in blue uniform, now entering the arena, and Russia in red uniform. From Ukraine, Katerina Moskalova, and her opponent from Russia, Alina Lyanka. So the Russian in red, Ukrainian in blue. Women under 72 kilograms, here we go. Both of them looking for the grips. Very calm, both of them. Nice grip again. Let's see the reversal. She has the back. She has to reposition a little bit in order to attack the arm, but her opponent knows this too. Well, I don't know why the Russian posture up from that particular position. Maybe she is very confident in her grip. Now this is a better position. Yes, she knew exactly what she wanted to do. It was a little bit. It seemed a little bit dangerous to posture up from that position, but she knew exactly what she wanted to do. She was very confident in her right arm defense, and now she throws 1 point. And let's see. This is the reverse position with the Russian attacking the arm. She has to do exactly the same thing to turn her opponent over. She lost the grip, but she succeeds to control the position a little bit. She has the grip again. I don't know. I think it's the other arm, but it doesn't really matter. It's an arm lock attempt. Good positioning for the Ukrainian. She is able to move away from her center of gravity, and it's very difficult to be turned over. Still, the Russian is looking for that arm. She has the position. She has the arm, but she doesn't have the position. She is fighting right now for the position. The Ukrainian spreads her arms and legs very wide, and this prevents her opponent to turn her over. Again, the Russian is looking for the leg right now. Let's see. Well, nothing, but it was an interesting scramble nonetheless. The Russian started an attack on an arm, and then she moved around a little bit, controlling her opponent on the ground and controlling the pace of the fight. Still, the Russian leads by 1 point. Well, again, good position on the ground. Now the Russian tries to get a hold of that arm. She has the arm, but I don't know how deep was that grip. It seems it wasn't so deep at all. After all, and we restart. Anyway, the Russian is very technical, and I really like the way she flows around her opponent on the ground. She knows how to stay heavy, she knows how to move around, she knows how to be aggressive. Well, again, now on her back. Let's watch it again. Good positioning. And this seems to be it. 1 point scored in the very last second of the fight. Let's wait for the decision. It was a very, very long and complicated fight. And let's see, it seems that there is only 1 point for the Russian, and we are still waiting for the commission to deliver a little bit. Let's watch it again. Well, let's wait for the decision, because it's quite a complicated position for both of them. Yes, of course. In the end, she fell on her shoulder and on her back, but it was a very, very slow attack, a very, very slow technique. So let's see. Let's see. We have the official decision. Yes, it's 1 point for the Ukrainian, and the last second of the fight, and this is it. And we have, of course, the victory for the Ukrainian. This was a very, very hard-fought fight for the Ukrainian sportswoman. Great performance for the Ukrainian athlete. Katerina Moskalova is the winner of the gold medal in this weight class after a very interesting fight, and it was a very tensioned fight. It was full of tension, full of uncertainty up to the last seconds of the fight. Well, we know now who the winner is, and we still have 4 more fights to go. Men under 90 kilograms, again an Ukrainian, Alexei Nizhenko, will fight against the fighter from Uzbekistan, Nemat Yakubov. They seem to be ready in red uniform, the fighter from Uzbekistan, and his opponent from Ukraine in blue. And there we go. Start very quickly. Both of them moving around, looking for their grips. Nice outside grip for the fighter from Uzbekistan, and his opponent tries to control the inside. I don't think this is going to be a very quick fight. It's very slow paced, and we can see why. They are both big, strong young men. Now the Ukrainian is looking for the arm lock, but his opponent knows this. Moves around, turning around, succeeding to reposition himself and to escape. And we restart. Good lapel grip. The Ukrainian is looking for his position. Well, once again. Still pacing, still looking for the technique. The Ukrainian really tried to overpower his opponent. It didn't work. He tried to, his opponent succeeded to control the throw. These are two young and hard men. This is a very beautiful weight class, 80 kilograms men. This is exactly where they are very strong, they are very technical, and they are not too heavy. It's the sweet spot for technique and power. But you have to understand that pulling a man like this, it's very difficult, and these athletes are not in their first fight of the evening. They had the first part of the competition in the morning. I don't know how injured they are. They had to do something in order to relax. They have had to eat a little bit, but not too much, because they have to stay in the weight class, and then they return. And this is why sometimes the finals are not as spectacular as the qualifiers. But we have to understand it takes a lot of work to get into the final. And winning the final it's a little bit more. And probably this is why we see some fighters having great having big problems with their focus. It's difficult for them. It's difficult to stay focused. It's difficult to be 100% in the final. We restart right now. The same thing. Both looking for their techniques. Both looking for their opportunity. Ukrainian still controlling the position on the outside. Still protecting. Well, and this was a nice throw. A nice throw. Let's see how many points. At least one. No point scored. Interesting. No, it's a 2-pointer. For sure, it was at least 1 point. And now he's looking for the arm lock. He has the arm. Let's see. He has to turn him over, and he did. Now he secures the leg. Now he secures the arm. Now he tries to break the grip. He moves around. It's only a small grip with one arm. No, it's a double grip. It's a double grip, but it could be. Yes, he has the arm. Let's see. No, did he tap? Yes, he did. And this is a great victory for the Ukrainian. Excuse me. A great victory for the fighter from Uzbekistan. I don't know why I confused their uniforms. I was in the heat of the moment. Great victory for Nemat Tokubov. Beautifully done. A lot of technique, a lot of heart for this young man who secures the gold medal.
Поединок за золотую медаль турнира. Женщины весовой категории свыше 80 килограммов. Gold medal contest for women in weight category over 80 kilos. Please welcome the athletes. In red, from Belarus. Приветствуем спортсменок. В красном спортсменка из Беларуси Екатерина Калюшная. In blue, representing Belarus. В синем спортсменка также из Беларуси Мария Кондратьева.
Both of them looking for their favorite techniques, for their favorite grips. Kondratseva still trying to stay tall against a bigger opponent. Well, let's see. In general, this type of fights are very interesting in this big weight class, especially in women plus plus 80, because it only takes one throw. One throw is enough to win. Maybe one throw and the pin, because generally the fighter who succeeds to throw is the one who can control the rest of the fight. It's a very peculiar weight class and a very interesting weight class, because they are very big, very strong. They are able to do some things that are very, very difficult for the lower weight classes, and because of this big inertia, it's very difficult for them to control their body, and this is why sometimes they fall on their back when they don't have to fall on the back. When lighter fighters would fall on their shoulders, or maybe even succeed to turn their bellies to the ground. But this is it. It's a very interesting weight class. And here we go again. 2.5 minutes to go from this fight. And let's not forget, after this fight we still have one more to go, men plus 100. Looking for the throw. No, it didn't work. It didn't work, and they slowly but surely get more and more tired. Kondratseva tried to throw her opponent. He looks a little bit she looks a little bit smaller. She looks a little bit nimbler than her opponent, but it's very difficult to move such a big opponent around. And even though when you succeed to move her, it's easier to keep her unbalanced. It's complicated. She tries to overpower her and now to look for a submission hold. I don't think this is going to be the case. Well, let's see. Some problems with the uniform. Well, and again. Good grip, good throw attempt. Kaluzhnaya still waiting for her opportunity, but her opponent was more active. Even though she didn't succeed to throw her opponent, to overpower her, she was more active. Active. She wanted something spectacular. I think these two young ladies know each other very well. Now, it wasn't the best idea. It didn't work the way she wanted to. It's very difficult to pull somebody this heavy on you, and then to try to work from the ground, from the guard position. It's very difficult. Let's wait. The last half of the minute. Again, nice attempt for Kondratseva. It didn't work. And here we have the first point. I mean, the first half point deduction, excuse me. Good position. Looking again for the throw. Last seconds, and no, nothing. She will try to reverse her for the unblock, but I don't think it's going to work. Now this is the end of the fight, and let's see who gets this one. Kondratyeva, in my opinion, yes, and it's not only my opinion. She fought a little bit more. She tried a little bit more techniques. She was more aggressive. She was the one that deserved the victory. And of course, another gold medal goes to Belarus, but the silver medal stays in Belarus also. It was another final between two fighters from Belarus, but this is not going to be the case in our last fight of the evening. Ilianata from Romania against Beka Berzenishvili. This is going to be a great fight. Two colossi will meet in our last fight of the evening. These men are big, strong, and very technical. Both of them with a lot of experience in sambo and also in judo. Both of them very well known all over the world.
Please welcome the athletes in red, representing Romania, Ilianata.
Well, in red uniform representing Romania, Ilianata, and his opponent from Georgia, Berzenishvili, Beka Berzenishvili. This is Nata. He's European champion and also bronze medalist in World Championships. A lot bigger than his opponent, but let's not forget the Georgian school is amazing. Nata very calm, looking for his technique, while his opponent is waiting for his opportunity. But look how strong Nata is. Look at his right hand. He gripped his opponent lapel and he holds it very, very well. Big grip, strong man. This is why this weight class is so impressive. Good position. Nata's trying to throw. Well, it's never a good idea to pull a big opponent on your body. And the Georgian knows his this opponent is a very, very strong one. European champion and silver medalist in Seoul last year. But still, the Georgian leads by 1 point. The fight is not over. The Georgians are very determined and they are very tricky. They know everything that can be done in a competition. They know how to use every second, every moment. They know how to control everything, how to use their opponent's weaknesses. Well, still the same thing. Nata using his lapel grip, trying to pull his opponent, but getting a little bit tired. 2.5 minutes to go. The Georgian still leading by 1 point. Nata still looking for his favorite grips, But the Georgian succeeds to control a little bit the pace of the fight. Nata tries to overpower his opponent, but he doesn't succeed to attack. Again, the Georgian feeling the moment, and now it's Nata will try to attack an arm lock. He has the arm. He has the arm. Let's see. He has the arm, but he didn't have the position. Anyway, very interesting attack for the big man. Very rarely we see this type of attacks in heavyweights. Well, and here we go again. 2 minutes to go. Nata looking for a belt grip, but the Georgian is so sneaky, so tricky, moving around, using his footwork in order to stay outside of his opponent's attacks. It's very difficult for Nata to go under this man. He has to lift him up and then to throw him, because the Georgian is very, very aware of his position. He keeps his body low, he keeps his position low, and he keeps his legs away from Nata. And this is exactly what he has to do. He has to control the posture, he has to control the position, and not let his taller and probably stronger opponent to work. Again, Nata looking for the grip. The Georgian still controlling the position. Look at him. He's so tensed. He uses every step that he can. Nata trying to go a little bit on the lateral side. He tries to stay in a T position in order to be able to control the side, his opponent's left side. Like this, he can set up a lot of techniques from that position, and still another attack for the Georgian. This is the Georgian style for sure. Waiting for the last second of the fight, looking for every small opportunity, frustrating your opponent, and let's see, no points scored. They tried it, most of them, and the Georgian tried to pin the big man on the ground. It didn't work. The Romanian coach seems very, very nervous. And here we go again. The Romanian trying desperately to get a grip. Yes, and it's 1 point each. This could be it for Nata. Let's see. Let's see. Looking for the throw. The last second of the fight. No. Nothing happens, but we have the winner from Georgia. The first gold medal going to Georgia. To Beka Bedrzejishvili. So gold medal goes to Beka Bedrzejishvili, and the silver medal goes to Romania, to Daniel Nata. These were our last fights of the evening. Don't forget, tomorrow at 1 o'clock Central European Time we'll be back in Minsk for the second day of competition. We will still have a lot of interesting fights, and we'll still have a lot of beautiful moments to witness together. Well, this was the throw. I really thought Nata felt on his belly, but it really wasn't so. The Georgian succeeded to control him just a little bit on the ground in order to make him fall on his shoulder, on his side, and to win the victory. Anyway, beautiful fight, beautiful final in the biggest weight class of them all. Let's not forget, tomorrow at 1 o'clock Central European Time, 3 o'clock in Belarus time. We'll return with the second day of competition, but until then, let's witness our last part of award ceremonies, and we have no less than 5 award ceremonies for 5 weight classes. We witnessed the beautiful finals. Let's enjoy together the glory of the winners of today's competition.
И чемпионкой в категории женщины до 72 килограмм становится Катерина Москалева, Украина. Спортсменки получают медали, почетные грамоты, памятные призы. А чемпионка Кубок президента Республики Беларусь. И в честь чемпиона звучит государственный гимн Украины. Приглашаем спортсменов на совместное фотографирование. Провожаем спортсменов и переходим к следующей категории. Мужчины до 90 килограмм. Встречаем спортсменов на подиуме. Награждение проводит мастер спорта международного класса, чемпион Европы по самбо и 7-кратный призер чемпионатов мира Юрий Александрович Синожатский, а также генеральный секретарь ФИАС Феррарис. Третье место завоевали Фата Живинашвили, Грузия. Эджен Тайджена, Туркменистан. Второе место Алексей Ниженко, Украина. И чемпион Неват Якубов, Узбекистан. призами, а чемпион получает Кубок президента Республики Беларусь. В честь чемпиона звучит государственный гимн Узбекистана. Приглашаем спортсменов на совместную фотосессию. Спасибо спортсменам. А мы переходим к категории боевое самбо. Мужчины до 100 килограмм. Встречаем спортсменов на подиуме. Награждение проводит мастер спорта международного класса, чемпион Европы по самбо, семикратный призер чемпионатов мира Юрий Александрович Синожанский, а также генеральный секретарь ФИАС Роберто Феррарис. Третье место в категории завоевал Евгений Жекалов, Украина. Второе место Роман Давиуев, Беларусь. И первое место Анатолий Волошинов, Украина. Спортсмены награждаются медалями, грамотами, а также памятными подарками. А чемпион получает Кубок президента Республики Беларусь. В честь чемпиона звучит государственный гимн Украины. Почетных гостей просим занять места на трибунах, а спортсменов приглашаем на совместную фотосессию. Спасибо спортсменам, и переходим к следующей категории. Женщины свыше 80 килограмм. Встречаем спортсменов на подиуме. Награждение проводят президент Федерации самбо Грузии, чемпион мира Автандил Цинцадзе, а также председатель общественного объединения Белорусской Федерации самбо Александр Аркадьевич Кобрасев. Третье место завоевали Василина Ирина Кириченко, Украина, а также Елена Гибадзе, Грузия. Второе место Катерина Калюжная, Беларусь. И чемпионом становится Мария Кондратьева, Беларусь. Спортсмены награждаются медалями, грамотами, а также почетными подарками. А чемпион получает кубок президента Республики Беларусь. В честь чемпиона звучит государственный гимн Республики Беларусь. Спасибо уважаемым гостям, а спортсменов мы приглашаем на совместное фотографирование. Спасибо спортсменам. А мы переходим к следующей церемонии награждения. Мужчины свыше 100 килограмм. Встречаем спортсменов на подиуме. Награждение проводят президент Федерации самбо Грузии, чемпион мира Автандил Цинцадзе, а также председатель общественное объединение Белорусской Федерации самбо Александр Аркадьевич Кобрасов. Третье место завоевали Дмитрий Хакло, Беларусь, а также Денис Точев, Молдова. Второе место Елена Т, Румыния. И золото Бека Бирджанишвили, Грузия. Спортсмены награждаются медалями, грамотами, а также памятными подарками. А чемпион получает кубок президента Республики Беларусь. И в честь чемпиона звучит государственный гимн Грузии. Приглашаем спортсменов на совместное